What's up? What's up? What's going on? What is the deal? All right. Let's get this posted in a few places. Let's get this posted. Punch that up there. Let me pin this here. Still trying to carve out something, man. Carve out something. I'm feeling decent. I'm feeling decent. It wrecked my mouth yesterday. I had to do a cleaning, man. So I had a deeper clean I had to do. So shit. Back for another session on the first. So, it is what it is. Numb my mouth up, man. Had my fucking lips felt like some inner tubes. Stacky, what's up, man? The dentist is a mother. Oh, man. They got busy. They got busy on me. I wasn't expecting that. I was only taking the kids, but I went on here and got my work done. So it is what it is, right? Yeah. Uh, we got some weather implications today. Okay. Pat said this slate is better than yesterday. Okay, okay. I didn't get a chance to do anything yesterday. Now, like I said, my schedule is weird. It's gonna be weird. Now I'm going into about 4 days off. I'll probably have about 4 days off starting tomorrow. Today my last day. I got about 4 days off, 4 or 5 days off. Then next week, I still got to figure out my content situation, right? Uh, I still got to figure. I got to be to work a little bit later. I still figuring it out, right? But what one of my plans is to come on here at night, at least on YouTube, and give out like 2 or 3 picks at least every night, right? You know what I'm saying? For some early line, preferably pitching props, because that's where I have to get my pitching props in at night. So I have to get have to get the early lines in, right? So, but my content schedule is all over the place right now. So, man, I got to figure it out. I got to figure it out, right? If I say you join the Discord, for sure, for sure, for sure. I had to figure it out that part of the Discord out too, because I do got that part, and I do have another part of the Discord where where uh, uh, go straight from where some of the players that go to the Dub Club go straight there and go straight to another part of the Discord. So that's another other aspect of the game. But still trying to figure it out. I'm probably gonna end up getting some more people in there. I haven't put out more people in there because I still want to figure out what I want to do. But it is up and running. Just holler at me if you do want to get in. It is up and running. That'll be a community right there. Weather. We got weather applications, man. Pittsburgh or Detroit, stormy around first pitch, light rain for another hour or two beyond that, then mostly dry. That puts things at a late start at best with a chance of a postpone. Keep an eye on the Detroit game. Colorado and Washington storms are possible around first pitch, but rapidly after that. Should clear rapidly after that. I'm sorry. Late starting play is the likely outcome here. Angels, New York Yankees. A broken line of showers, storms pushes into New York around game time. Right now, forecast models show a bit of parting. So the storms are right around New York, which would leave us dry. But I think that but I think that may be on the overly optimistic outlook. Either way, I do expect they manage to play, but there's a pretty good shot of a delay or a late start. I also reserve the right to increase the risk here based on what I see this afternoon. So keep an eye out on the weather, man. Minnesota, Cincinnati. Storm's line itself clears through around 6 or 7, but a lingering band of lighter rain behind the storm sticks around until 9 or later. That puts us at a late start, likely postponed possible. Green yellow, Mets, Atlanta, maybe 10% coverage of storms across the state. One certainly could pop up over the ballpark for a brief delay, but the chances of that happening are quite low. Baltimore, Tampa Bay Rays, yellow green. Uh, as 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 has been in the trend of Tampa, storms are close, but probably okay. I think they hold just far enough inland during the game time hours to let us play without issue. But I need to keep some chance of a delay in here, just in case they pop a hair quicker or closer. Orange, St. Louis and Chicago White Sox in Chicago. Fairly well locked into the rain at first pitch, and for a couple hours beyond that, we'll clear eventually, maybe by 9 Central, maybe by 10 Central. But this looks like another game with a long late start at best and a possible postpone, winds blowing out at 10 miles an hour. Milwaukee at Chicago, at my Chicago Cubs. Late start at best, postpone possible, same overall forecast as the White Sox above. Winds mostly left or right across the park, 10 miles an hour, a bit in from left. Houston at Athletics. Athletics, they let me down yesterday. It is what it is, the Bats. But actually, 2 days in a row. But summertime heat is taking hold in Sacramento. High temps today will hit 100 degrees, and the game time temps will start in the mid 90s. Bump to bats. That's what you want for your bats. Okay, so we got weather implications all across. So if you want to fade some shit, fade some shit. We still got a long season to go. Best weather implications from right here that he's given us was the Houston and Athletics. So you know it is what it is with that situation. So we got the weather implications and stuff like that. Games, right? I didn't look at anything really. I looked at the Boston and the Seattle game here. Boston at Seattle, Pitchers Park, Crochet, Castillo on the mound. All the way throughout. I don't not a game that I'm really targeting bats here, right? We've got an over under 6.5. It's the pitching props here, nothing for me. Couldn't talk off any strikeouts for Garrett Crochet. Seattle Mariners top 10 strikeouts all the way up until the last 7 days. So there's been top 10 strikeouts. Crochet has been murderous on the road in the strikeout category. What's best of Castillo's pitching? He's pitching at home, and if you can target anything, yeah, Pat, they've been getting busy. Shout out to you and your guys. So if they could, if they if anybody, if you want to target anybody versus Castillo, it probably would be the lefties, but I'm probably not, right? So looking at this Philadelphia Miami game here, um, I'll be more so looking at Miami bats here. Suarez has been pretty good. More so looking at Miami bats here for me. I mean, Philadelphia bats here for me. They have Missouri on the line on a bump here. He's getting called up. Don't know how long he's going to go. Historically, he's pitched his worst versus lefties. I dug up a pitch mix for him, and like I said, historically he's pitched his worst versus lefties. We only got an over under 8 in this spot. Team totals are 4.5 for the Tampa. I mean Philadelphia Phillies here. I probably wouldn't take the under there, so I lean towards the over. Team total for Philly and bats here. Definitely looking at Kepler, especially if he's hitting in that cleanups hole and Schwarber, right? So those are two bats that I'm definitely looking at. Uh, and then you got Trey Turner, which we already know what he does. So I don't really have to look at pitch mixes and stuff like that. Trey Turner historically hits lefties. Oops, I'm sorry. Missouri is not a lefty. So let me pump the brakes here, right? He's not a lefty. So, but Trey Turner can't hit lefties. Trey Turner can't hit righties. He's definitely in play. But on paper, there he's pitching his Missouri's pitching his worst to lefties. I'm looking at Trey Turner. I mean, I'm looking at Schwarber and Kepler. Um, Miami, they don't strike out much. I really like to target Miami bats when they are facing a fastball pitcher. They like the fastball. They can hit the fastball, right? But pitching outs here and strikeouts, don't know if I'll get to it. They don't strike out much. Looking at Miami here, um, over the course of the last 7 days, they've been right here, right? 15% K rate, 163 WRC plus. I forgot who it was. They've gotten a hold to. Forgot, right? But that's a high ass WRC plus. Last 30 days, K rate, Miami versus lefties, third least strikeout team in the league in 307 plate appearances with a 104 WRC plus. And then over the course of the season, Miami versus left-hand pitching, they still down there, right? So 20% K rate, fourth lowest K rate versus lefties with a 92 WRC plus. So, um, and if I'm not mistaken, they don't strike out much versus righties either. But some of these individual bats that I was looking at was going to consist of, like, if somebody who I really think could probably go in there sneaker hit, Ramirez, Dane Myers, those guys looked okay versus the pitch mix, but those I know Ramirez will strike out versus their pitch mix, but as of late, these guys looked pretty good. Some of those guys looked okay as of late. I was in the process of looking at the lefties here. It just didn't look so sexy, right? Some of these lefties don't even probably bat that much. As you can see how the at bats look like 25 at bats, 14 at bats, like, right? But I can rewind it back to the righties, what I just looked at, and give you guys a visual. Um, Wagaman has 3 bombs over the course of the season. Myers, he looks okay, right? 8% K rate. Ramirez looked a little better, bringing it in. And speaking of bringing it in, I'll bring it in a little bit. Um, uh, so, yeah. So, last month, let's go to the last 2 weeks, right? So last 2 weeks, Myers 7 for 11 versus pitch mix hadn't struck out. Aldo Lopez hadn't struck out. Small sample size, but that's just where you get that last 7 days. You have if you want to go back and see who they faced, um last 7 days, that's where you're gonna get that from. That's why they're so green, because whoever they faced the last 7 days, they have 163 WRC plus. So it is what it is with that situation. Hey, I was in a meeting, I got out just in time. What's up, Tiff? Won on DFS yesterday. Shout out to Tiffany winning on DFS yesterday. All right, so but at the end of the day, I get a pitching lean towards Philly. So it's going to be Philly or nothing for me. One line parlays, one line straights in that situation. We have weather implications here with this Detroit game. So, like I said, keep an eye out on Detroit. We can look at it. I will not be targeting Philly bats. I mean Pittsburgh Pirate bats there, but we can throw up Andrew Heaney and take a look there. Heaney, take a quick stroll through here just in case this game plays and stuff like that. Hopefully it plays. Hopefully all the games play, right? Um, Andrew Heaney, he's went 6 innings or better in back-to-back games here. Pitched pretty good versus Philly. Pitched pretty good versus Philly. Gave up 2 bombs to my Chicago Cubs, right? He's got a 18% K rate, 40% ground ball rate, 333 ERA. Looking at some of the splits and things like that, he is right now. They'll be on the road, right? Yeah, Pittsburgh will be on the road. Now one guy who's crushing lefties is one guy who's crushing lefties is oh my God, man. My Cubs had him. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We'll get to him because I hadn't looked, right? It was he's been hitting the fuck out of lefties lately. Let's just go to it, right? So Scooble, man. Wow, tough. Ooh, Scooble is real tough, man. Can't talk you off anything for Scooble. Anything. Anything with Scooble. All right, let's go right here in hitters. Let's go Detroit. Let's go Andrew Haney. And let's go what he's throwing. He's throwing right now, Haney's throwing that fastball 47% of the time. Definitely want to see that. Okay. So, oh my God. Wait a minute. At home versus lefties. Damn. I think that's on the road versus lefties. Let me see. Hold up. Versus righties. I think it might be torque day. Let me see. K percentage. Hold up now. Let's do something. This might be his best split right here. I just be waiting for his split to come around. Sometimes it take a long time, but nope, it's on the road. It's on the road versus lefties. Mm. Road versus lefties. He does not disappoint. He does not. He does not disappoint. All right, let's go back. All right, so that wasn't a split there. So just get the fastball up there. Since he's throwing that fastball dominantly, at 47% of the time, we definitely want to key in on that for a second just to see what we can see. So versus a lefty here, um, it's a lot of green on that fastball right there. So I'm definitely gonna end up liking bats here, some shape, form, or fashion. Um, and they definitely the righties, right? So Javi Baez, that's what I was saying. He's been the one. He's been cooking lefties as of late. As you can see, not a lot of lefties. They don't see a lot of lefties here, but you know, man, they pretty green, right? They're pretty green here. Gleyber Torres, 8 for 18. This is just the fastball alone. Okay, so I'm not even gonna switch it or nothing like that. This is first the fastball over the course of the season, the right hand batters, right? So I'll push in the rest of the pitches which will be the changeup and the slider, right? So I'll add those in and we'll see what they're looking like versus the full arsenal. And Spencer Torkelson, 9 extra base hits, 5 home runs, 21% K rate over the course of the season, looks pretty good. Gleyber Torres looks pretty good. Gleyber Torres K percentage is down. Let me get a Andrew Heaney in there. Um, so Jake Rogers, Gleyber Torres got a bomb off him. Uh, Javon Jones is 1 for 1. Spencer Torkelson has seen him. A lot of the rest of these guys, a lot of the lefties haven't even seen him. And then especially Kerry Carpenter, they be sitting them stuff like that versus lefties. But 5 Ks for Gleyber Torres, one bomb, batting 214. Not overly, you know. Only 2 at bats for Spencer Torkelson. One of them was a strikeout. One of them was a strikeout. One of them was a walk. So it is what it is with that situation. Bringing it back, Baez, Torres, Perez, Torkelson. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. That's over the course of the season. Let's just fast forward to the last month. Baez batting 500. Perez is 2. Torkelson 4 for 12 with a bomb. Perez got 2. Smaller sample size because you don't see that many lefties. Um, hmm. Winsell Perez. We want to keep an eye out for Winsell Perez. He's last 7 days. He's 3 for 4 with 2 bombs. Keep an eye out on him. Torkelson. We know what some of these guys can already do. So we're going to keep an eye on the lineup and see who's going to be in the lineup. As of late, Baez, Perez, Torkelson, Torres, those guys are definitely in play. We know what they can do versus lefties. Yep. Now the lefties. Now I'll switch over to the lefties. The lefties. I don't know. We probably won't have Gary Carpenter. So that's something. The pitches he's throwing, still throwing that fastball dominantly. Versus left-hand batters, he's got 5 extra base hits and 4 bombs on it. Only 36% though. What I could single it out just to take a look. Put the fastball up there by itself. Just take a look to see who's been doing what versus lefties. So over the course of the season, Zach McKinstry versus left-hand batters, he is 7 for pitching. He is 7 for 11 with 4 extra base hits. I wouldn't look at him for no bombs. Maybe a hit or something like that. Versus a lefty. He's got, as you can see, he's probably got lefty-lefty splits. I'll put the rest of the pitches up there just to see what's looking like. And Zach McKinstry, like I said, 7 extra base hits, no bombs, 25% K rate, but he is 19 for 49. He's somebody you could definitely look at there, right? Um, last month for McKinstry, 5 for 11. Of course, you got to see if he's going to be in the lineup. Last time versus lefty, I bet on him. He sold me. I ain't even gonna lie. And I think that was last week. So he's one of the lefties you can target versus left-hand pitching. So but I wouldn't look at him for nothing more than a hit if he's in the lineup, something like that. So the righties are the ones. Just got to figure out which one you're gonna like. Okay, so that's that for me. Big thing here is pitching. And if this game goes, you want to look at, you definitely want to look at Tariq Skubal, right? So over the course of the season versus left-hand pitching, Pittsburgh, 27% K rate, 63 WRC plus. Uh, Last 30 days versus left-hand pitching, Pittsburgh, 6 in strikeouts, 51 WRC plus, right? They MC Hammer right now. Like can't touch this, right? So they can't fuck with the lefties right now. Right, 27% K rate. Last 2 weeks, 30 WRC plus, 134 plate appearances. I'll leave it right there. They can't touch lefties right now, right? So I wouldn't. I'm not even betting on any of those lefties or nothing like that. Want to take it? I mean, none of these Pittsburgh players, nothing like that. I just wanted to take a look. Just take a look at the glance at the Detroit bats to see if and how I wanted to attack things. Right now, they got an over under of 7. So definitely don't expect a lot of fireworks to be popping off in this game here. Detroit Tigers team total is sitting at 4.5. Don't know how I feel about that one. Couldn't talk you off some of these bats though. The righties will be my guys. Just got to pick your poison there. Colorado Rockies hot as hell right now, right? Washington Nationals they ain't doing too well. Um, so right now you get the Colorado Rockies plus 135 right now if you really wanted to take a stab at them. Mitchell Parker, Herman Marquez on the mound. Um, I don't know what to say about this game, and I don't know what to say about the Rockies. The Rockies been on off the chain. It's like whatever you want to do. I mean, I don't know what to say about these motherfuckers, man. Straight up. Before I go any further, I did talk to Jackson today, and I asked Jackson, give me a top home run players. They gave me Ellie Dela Cruz. They gave me Max Muncy. They gave me Junior Caminero. They gave me Ryan McMahon. They gave me Salvador Perez at Kansas City Royals versus Texas Rangers. I also asked them to give me their top MLB bets today. They gave me Ellie Dela Cruz to hit a home run. They doubled down on Ellie Dela Cruz, doubled down on Muncy for home run. Polanco hit over a half of hits, runs, and RBI. That's a parlay piece at a minus 175. I don't know if I'm gonna go there, right? Going up against Crochet, but it is what it is. Miami Marlins money line versus Philly. Woo wee. Yikes. Mm, damn, I had to look at that. Jacob Mizorowski over 4.5 strikeouts versus my Chicago Cubs. This is a guy that's got some good stuff, man. So uh, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but he does have some good stuff. So it is what it is. And they gave me some slick ass picks right there. I don't know how I feel about him, but that's Jackson in a nutshell, right? So it is what it is, right? Um, hmm. So Jackson, we do have new features available, right? Integrated charts, AI projections, the ANS filters, and some of these things, the arbitration and stuff like that, and first basket sheets and stuff like that coming soon. But they just added the EV, right? The plus EV bets and things of that nature. So I'll go more into that tomorrow. I ain't gonna be able to do it right now, but I'll go more into that tomorrow, and it's gonna come with a different tier. So that's something to look out. I'll go more in depth than that tomorrow. I'm gonna look into it tomorrow because tomorrow's my off day, and I'll look more into it, and I'm gonna fine tune some of my content strategies, right? So bringing it back here. Um, Bringing it back here. So, like I said, Tariq Skubal here. Looking at some of the lines for him. Oh, you know what? I did want to look at some of the lines. I didn't look at some of the lines, but we got to watch out for the for the weather concerns. Now, we're on a Washington game, but I did want to look at some of the lines from him as of right now. So, 8.5 Ks plus 105. And then his pitching out is sitting at probably 18 and a half. They don't have it out unless I'm seeing things. Pitching outs, pitching outs, pitching outs, pitching outs, pitching outs, pitching outs. Probably because of the weather. Probably because of the weather. What up? What up, Ed? Ed say I'm late. Probably because of the weather. That's probably why they don't have his pitching outs up. So that's one thing there. All right. So we winding back to where we were. Um, Colorado and Washington, right? Over on the 9 here. Jackson. Jackson likes Ryan McMahon today to go yard. Um, the weather implications. Where were we at with the weather implications? Storms are possible around first pitch, but should clear rapidly after that. Late starting play is the likely outcome here, right? So it's going to be hard for me to gauge what's going on with these bats, right? Uh, it's hard for me to gauge what's going on with these bats here, right? I ain't even gonna lie. So, mm, I don't know exactly how I want to do this, right? Looking at it and stuff like that. Y'all know this is my least bet on team, and they've been crushing it as of late. So, uh, you know, I don't know what's gotten into these guys, but I don't know if I'm gonna still be able to get gauge it, right? So let's take a look at Parker, right? 15% K rate for Parker. He's given up. He's given up more than 3 earned runs, one, two, three, four, five, 6 times this year. Hasn't faced Colorado this year. 8 bombs. Hmm. 7 bombs to righties. Hmm. I don't know what to do here. Maybe. Let me see. Mm. Maybe we look at the over or something. I don't know. But let's take a look. First of all, we're going to take a look at the Colorado bats, right? So we will take a look at the Colorado righties here. And let me flip up the pitch arsenal here. And for so for wait. Mitchell Parker, pitch arsenal. Okay, so he's throwing that fastball. Mitchell Parker. So Mitchell Parker versus righties. He's throwing that fastball 58% of the time. So we definitely gonna take a look at that. 9 extra base hits and 3 bombs. Then the splitter, he's giving up 4 extra base hits, 4 bombs, right? So and then the curveball, 4 extra base hits. So to righties, he's giving up 7 bombs. All right, so let's look at that fastball first. So let me get oh Mitchell Parker, Mitchell Parker, Mitchell Parker. Bam, hit the number. Okay. Get that fastball up there. All right, so versus lefties. How about the last 14 days versus lefties? Colorado 25% K rate, 107 WIC plus. Mm, my mouse is acting up. That's 7 days. How many play appearances was that? 42, not much. So these guys will strike out, but I'm not looking at these guys for strikeouts today. All right, so get back to where we were. This is just the fastball alone here. Nobody's got more than 1 bomb off the fastball when you're looking at the righties. So that's something there. I will bring it in all the way in though. Not a big sample size, not at all when it comes to the fastball. Let's get the rest of the pitches up there. So none of the righties got any more than 1 bomb versus this pitch mix. Bring it into the last 2 weeks. Nothing too shabby right there. Hunter Goodman, what has he been doing? All right, take a look at these lefties here. I would imagine somebody like what's his name's got lefty lefty splits. Now the lefties, he's throwing that fastball 60% of the time. The lefties followed by the slider. The fastball and the slider make up 91%. I'm gonna look at that fastball straight through. McMahon, 2 bombs, 16 extra base hits. I mean, 2 bombs, 4 hits over the course of the season. and Moniak got a bomb. He's 4 for 4, right? I mean 4 for 6. They haven't seen that many lefties right there, right? So that's important there. That's important. So what I would do here is I'm going to go back to 2024. I'm gonna take a look at that. The fastball. Ryan McMahon, he batted Moniak had a bomb 2 for 8. Um McMahon had 2 bombs last year. Mm, okay. Bring it back to 2025. Uh put both of those pitches up there. Okay. Strikeout right there. Mm, let me go back to 2024. Let me see something. Man, the way these boys been hitting though, I couldn't talk you off of nothing here. I can't see it. I can't see it, man. Somebody else can see it. I can't see it. I can't see a lot of stuff, man. I don't look at these guys like that, man. I don't look at these guys like that. I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. I can't read it. Who I like to bet on, I can't. I can't. But Jackson likes Ryan McMahon, so there you have that. If you want to, think about something like that, Jackson likes McMahon, right? Um, I will take a look at, we'll flip it over here. Take a look at these lefties where Herman Marquez giving up 5 bombs here versus these guys got a 315 batting average there. Um, I still think they put up runs on both sides of the ball. Probably could look at it over here, but we'll flip the pitch mix up there, and he's throwing the fastball dominantly at 42%. He's got 2 bombs on that. The knuckle curve is interesting pitch. He's got 5 extra base hits and 2 bombs on that, and the sinker's got a bomb on that. I can look at the fastball if you want. I mean, I know this Washington team. They run out a lot of lefties. I can look at that fastball just to gauge give us a starting point here. Let's see, Washington, Marquez, fastball. So James Wood, of course, um, whatever, right? As of late, these guys have been right. So bringing it in. I'll go last 3 weeks on that fastball. Josh Bell looks pretty good there. 0% K rate. He ain't striking out. CJ Abrams looked pretty good. He's got a 5% K rate. CJ Abrams and Josh Bell. And Nathaniel low key has been one of the hottest guys. Yeah, I didn't know that, right? So I've been staying away from him, man. I've been staying away from him. I've been staying away from because I've been staying away from him all year, right? But I didn't know he hit 3 bombs. I've been seeing some guys hitting like twos and stuff, and like 3 and 4 and 5 bombs, total teams and shit like that. So I've been seeing Colorado be getting busy, but man, I can't put a read on all those guys like that. Last 3 weeks versus this fastball, Josh Bell really been hitting it. Pause. uh, Josh Bell, C.J. Abrams, Wood, Nathaniel Lowe. Nathaniel Lowe, like I said, he's been one of the hottest guys, to target. You know what I'm saying for hits and stuff. He's hit a bomb recently, and then that fastball. Josh Bell likes that fastball. He's 5 for 9 in his last 7 days, so he'll be somebody we can definitely take a look at over the course of the season. Uh, Wood is batting 429 versus it 300 for Abrams and 288 and 277 for Bell. So we'll be looking at those guys. Garcia is somebody who don't strike out much, so he can come in and start a little mess. But that's just the fastball alone. I'll get the rest of the pitches up there, which includes the knuckle curve, the sinker. So there you have that, right? So um, Nathaniel Lowe batting 319 versus pitch mix. A lot of these guys are in the green. So hopefully they can, make it a game today, so pop out. Not late like they did, like right out the gate. Josh Bell, two home runs last month, 3% K rate. Abrams, 6% K rate. Cabra Ruiz his average is down. Wood batting 300 last month. Interesting. What about the last 2 weeks? So Nathaniel Lowe definitely don't like this pitch mix. Josh Bell ain't struck. Okay, so let's see. Let's see something. Josh Bell, huh? Ha ha ha. Josh Bell got 9 Ks, but he does have 2 bombs versus this guy. He looks good versus that pitch mix, so that kind of like it's kind of telling, right? Nathaniel Lowe, 3 for 7, no strikeouts, batting 429. Garcia, 2 for 4, whatever. Um, Cabby Ruiz, 5 for 8. He's batting 625. And you never know. A lot of these games could have been, a lot of these bats could have been at Coors. So keep in mind, Coors can produce some runs, but versus this pitch mix, Josh Bell looks pretty good, right? So he's somebody that I'm definitely gonna have to keep tabs on, right? Keep tabs on him. Josh Bell, for sure. Definitely. Let me take a look at Josh Bell real quick. 187 batting average. Nine home runs. All of them come to righties. Hmm. What's the projected lineup here? 1, 2, 3, 4. He projected to hit fifth. Hmm. What about Nathaniel Lowe? Let's see. Ugly as hell. 10 bombs, 9 on the righties, 239. Seven of his 10 bombs coming home versus righties. He just hit a bomb the other day. If that was probably left, probably was yesterday. Okay, let's see something here. We have a team total sitting at 4.5 for both teams. I would probably look at an over here. Do expect traffic to be on the bases. What type of number do we get? Guys, Garcia's a minus 190 for 2. Daniel Lowe minus 140 right now. Josh Bell minus 120 for 2. Hmm. Goodman, you get a minus 120. Josh Bell. All right. I just want to see what these guys hitting at. I'll see. Figure something out. Um, flipping over to the righties here. Marquez giving up 2 bombs to righties. Got a 321 batting average versus righties. They're gonna have to hit this guy. They better hit him. They better hit him. But it is what it is. Mm. Marquez is throwing sinker, knuckle curve, fastball, slider. Only giving up 2 home runs to lefties. I mean to righties. Uh, who's been somebody's been leading off lately? Alex Call. Don't know who's gonna lead off today. Alex Call, no bombs. Strikeouts are down. They don't run out too many righties. Last 2 weeks, what they've been doing. Man, right? So the lefty's gonna have to bust a move, here. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Not my favorite. Colorado's not my favorite team to target, but you guys know who you like against Colorado for Colorado. Washington Nationals look pretty good though. I ain't even gonna lie. Uh, they've been looking good in a lot of spots. Angels at the Yankees. Now we do got weather implications here. Angels, a broken line of storms, showers pushes into New York around game time. Right now, forecast models show a bit of parting to the storms right around New York, uh, which would leave us dry. But I think that may be an overly optimistic look. Either way, I do expect they manage to play, but I think there's a pretty good shot of a delay or a late start. I also reserve the right to increase the risk here based on what I see this afternoon. So, looking at the Angels and stuff like that, I definitely would have some interest in Yarbrough, probably his strikeout prop. So, looking at Yarbrough, he's got a 22% K rate, 40% ground ball rate, 3.96 ERA. Last two games he didn't go. He faced Boston two times in a row. So he didn't go. They got to him. The first game they got to him. I don't know exactly what happened there that second game, but it is what it is. Prior to that, he had won 5 innings or better in 4 straight games. Prior to their games versus Boston, so it is what it is. That situation, he hasn't. He has faced the Angels. He did get him 7 Ks when he faced them. We know this Angels team will strike out. Yarbrough is a lefty here, so taking a look at the Angels here versus left-hand pitching. Over the course of his last 7 days, they number one in striking out with a 45 WRC plus. Last 30 days, they are number one in striking out with an 85 WRC plus. And over the course of the season, they are number one in striking out with a 68 WRC plus. So uh, they will strike out. What's the name just gave him about 10, 11 Ks yesterday. He was a righty, I believe. But today, we're dealing with a lefty. So definitely want to take a look and see what Yarbrough's Ks is. Remember, the weather plays a big part with pitching. Sometimes, a delay will fuck up some shit, right? But if he has his strikeout sitting at 4.5 at plus money. Um, like I said, he's got a 22% K rate, and he did have 7 Ks last time he played these guys, and he went 6 innings. So, but that was at LA. At LA, now they'll be at in New York. And then at the end of the day, uh, you know, this Angels team did hit a little bit better on the road. So I can, give them I can hit the versus left hand pitchers on the road and then take a look now over the course of the season versus left hand pitching on the road. Now in left hand pitching in general, their strikeouts went from being number one to on the road versus lefties being right around the middle of the pack, number 14, right? So on the road versus last 30 days, how many plate appearances? 79 plate appearances, 146 WRC plus, 24% K rate. So, I mean, I guess, right? I guess, whatever, right? I don't know what the hell's going to happen. But let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at these batters. Um, Now I don't know who's going to be in the lineup. That's very, very major key to me when I'm, picking my bats and stuff like that. But we will go here. Um, we'll go here. New York Yankees. Yarbrough, 6 bombs to righties. Uh, I got a little history here. Neto's got a bomb. Soler and Trout's got a bomb. Okay. All right. Rewind it back here. Yarbrough. We'll look at the righties. He's given up 8 home runs in total. Six of them to righties. What about at home? Of those six righties, home run to righties, he's giving up three at home, and he's at home versus righties. He's probably getting hit, right? So definitely splits. 7.27 ERA at home. 1.85 WHIP. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So what we'll do here is look at these righties. Now, over the course of the season, these Angels did hit better on the road. All right, so we're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it. Okay. The cutter, the changeup, the sinker, the fastball. Nothing too alarming. I could just throw them all in there, right? So throw them all on there. Right hand hitters. Okay. Hoppy, Trout, whatever, Paris. Lefties, they don't see many lefties. On the road, on the road. It's gonna be hard to gauge these guys here. Last month versus lefties in general. Mm, Small sample sizes. When you flip it on the road, they hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Judge was awful yesterday. I lost something betting on Judge yesterday. Yankees in a slump for sure. This is the one where this is probably the day Yankees come out though. I think Yankees come out today. I think they come out to play today. So, I mean, small sample size. They haven't seen a lot, but as you can see, I got the away switch on it, and I was saying, we the numbers indicate they do hit better on the road. So right now, I got the away switch on it, and then when I take the away switch off, you see more red, right? So, I mean, the usual suspects. I don't know. I would probably. I don't know. I don't, man. Whoever, man. You know, Trout's great at baseball. We know that. Soler historically hit lefties. Um, NATO's got a bomb off him. What I can do to help out with this is take down the pitch mix, and that'll give us a broader, just looking at left hand pitchers with no pitch mix, left hand pitchers, yeah, with no pitch mix, that'll probably give us a bit more of a broader view. You could just look at it, batters versus lefties, and just take the pitch mix down. Zach Needles last month, 4 weeks, 6 for 21 with two bombs. Barrel percentages up versus lefties, shit like that. I can rewind it back and just look at the lefty lefty aspect of righty lefty aspect of the things here and just do that. And then I can flick the over the course of the season right here, I can flick the away switch right here and just get a gauge on it because a lot more people are going to turn green, right? So me personally, I've been chasing O'Hoppy, but he hadn't been in the lineup a lot. But I've been trying to catch O'Hoppy with a lefty versus a lefty, right? That's who I've been trying to catch, and I'll be looking to see if he's in the lineup today. Um, I'll be looking to see if he's in the lineup today, right? Uh, he just hasn't been in the lineup a lot, you know. But I can't talk you off anything here. Truth be told, I can't, right? Uh, I cannot. Hard to gauge with these smaller sample sizes. Anything can happen there. Um, like I said, looking at the numbers here, um, versus right-hand hitters. Ryan Yarbrough is giving up 6 bombs there. Fly ball is kind of up there. I would imagine. And then if I put the home switch on Yarbrough for the pitching here. Uh, yeah, he's pitching his worst at home, right? Walks is up, average is up, ISO power, yeah, like whatever, right? So you can look past some of the stats sometimes, right? So it is what it is. Jack Jack Economowicz there. He's given up 13 bombs, right? He's got a 293 average in general. 4.8 Sierra. Uh, K percentage is down. Walk percentage is up. Versus righties, of two of those home runs come to righties. Uh, so he's keeping the power down, trying to keep the power down versus righties, and then he's giving up 11 home runs versus lefties. He's pitching his worst versus lefties, as you can see, and then we can where would they be on the road? Of those 11 home runs to lefties, 6 of them come on the road. On the road, he's pretty bad versus lefties. So we definitely want to key in on these lefties here and see what we can find. So first of all, I'll throw up Kakanowicz there. Who the fuck is it? How do you spell his name? Kachanowicz. Come on, man, give me the name. There you go. No bombs. They've probably seen him one game. No bombs there. Grisham was 1 for 3. Bellinger was 1 for 3. Two lefties that did something. Uh, Ben Rice was 1 for 4. Volpe was 1 for 3. Wells for 0 for 3. Judge was 1 for 2. Now I ain't gonna worry about Judge, but lefties get a bump here. Let's leave it at that. So definitely got to go straight to the lefties, and we got to see what he's throwing. He is throwing the sinker 52% of the time. He's giving up 7 extra base hits and 5 home runs. Let's see what these guys look like versus the sinker as of now. New York Yankees, Jack Economowicz, um, sinker. Before we go in that, I want to go back here and I want to go to good old Jack Economowicz there. And I want to see something, man. Hold on, I gotta answer this phone. Yeah, hello. Yeah, on the Wednesdays, those the days she them people be there for her. The big wigs or whatever. How you doing? It was all good. It was all good. She got me. I'm on stream right now, so I ain't gonna say what she got me. I'm on stream. I'm live. I, will text you though. All right. Oh snap! Hell no. All right. So, uh, damn, what the fuck was that? Okay, game log. Yeah, I was trying to see. I was trying to see. I know he pitched against them this. Yeah, so damn, he pitched good. 6.2 innings versus them. Damn, he gave up four. Probably gave up four late. Mm, okay. All right. So the sinker and the lefties. Ben Rice. Um, so Grisham started off the season hot, cooled off a little bit. But he ain't struck out. He don't strike out that much versus pitch. Keep in mind the sinker's throwing at 52% of the time. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. He's giving up home runs on all his pitches, right? 5 to the sinkers, 2 for the fastball, 2 for the changeup, 2 for the slider, none for the sweeper. He only throws sweeper 3% of the time. Maybe he need to throw that shit more. But 13% K rate for Rice with a bomb. 8% K rate for Bellinger, no bombs. Cabrera, um, not striking out. Jazz Chisholm, 27% K rate with a bomb. He will strike out. So that's that. Um, how much of that damage have they done lately? Let's go the last 2 weeks. Hmm. So I guess they do like so Grisham. He's 3 for 6 versus this one. Jazz. Okay. This is just a sinker. Keep in mind, this is just a sinker. So last 7 days, uh, Grisham 3 for 6 on that sinker with 16 barrel rate, no bomb, one extra base hits, no strikeout. Right. So Grisham could be somebody we can take a look at. He's seeing it okay as of right now. We'll see where he's going to hit hitting that in this lineup. Okay. Now I'll throw the rest of the pitchers up there. Bellinger, 6 bombs. Grisham, 7 bombs. So it is what it is. 5 bombs for Wells, 5 for Jazz, 2 for Dominguez. How about at home? I hit a home switch here. Mm, mm. Few of these guys got some bombs, but so Bellinger, Bellinger, he's got 4 of those bombs at home. Okay. 4 of his 6 bombs come at home with a 273 batting average. Last month, last 4 weeks. Drop a like for me. Drop a like for me. Let me know I ain't doing this for nothing. If you want to share it, retweet it, please. I would appreciate it. Cody Bellinger, last month he's batting 300 versus pitch mix. Jazz. Okay. What about at home? Jazz looking okay at home. Austin Wells fly ball is up, but this average is down. It's 1 for 15. Grisham averages down. Rice averages down. Mm, at home. 2 weeks. 7 days. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I'll tell you this. Lefties are getting a bump because he's so bad versus lefties, right? Um, as you can see, 11 home runs to lefties. So that pretty much sums it up, right? Um, the Yankees get him at home today. And um, Bellinger might be in line, man. Bellinger might be able to line his ass up today. Let me see something. Bellinger. I don't mind Bellinger because even if they put a lefty in there, he can take one. He's batting. He got lefty splits, right? Because he's batting 300 versus lefties, 223 versus righties. At home versus lefties, he's batting 438. So if for whatever reason, if they put a lefty in there, he's hitting pretty good versus lefties. What up, Three Kings? What up? So lefties get a bump here. Lefties get a bump here because of the pitching, and we'll see what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. Um, if we get, I don't know. Let me see. If we get, let me see something. Right hand hitters. So Stanton, right? I don't know. I'll put my brakes. Judge is self-explanatory. What is the projected lineup to be here? Grisham, Judge, Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Stanton, Jazz, Wells. Come on now. They're gonna have to stand up today. Um, hmm. Over under 9.5. Maybe just an over. Maybe just an over. Cody, Josh, Torque. Okay, 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 okay. Definitely some guys we can look at. I liked. I probably want to lean towards the over in this game and just hope it hits the over for me. Uh, if the Yankees ain't been producing, but this is a spot where I mean, come on now, y'all got to do something, man. So, uh, if I'm picking a side here, probably would be over or nothing. Given the fact that the lefties get a bump. Come on now, lefties for the Yankees. You got Judge mixed in there. Stanton's back. Goldie's right there trying to act, make a little noise. But then you got the Angels who supposedly better on the road. So I would look at that. I would look at that. Toronto, Arizona, Toronto. Uh, hmm. We got two lefties on the mound here. Um, yeah, we got two lefties on the mound here, and looking at the Diamondbacks, man, at Minnesota and Cincy. No, I didn't look at it. It's probably the next game. It's the next game. Of course, the Minnesota and Cincy game is going to be, pretty good. I'm going to like that game, but we got weather implications, man. So I don't think we're going to have weather implications here in this Toronto game. I believe they got a roof or whatever or not, but Cincinnati Stormline clears itself around 6-7, but a lingering band of lighter rain and the storm sticks around up to 9. That puts it at a late start, postpone possible. Hopefully that game plays. I love it there, right? Love it there. Love it there. We already know it gets busy in there. Ping pong ball. Great American Small Park. So we'll see. We'll see. But right here, we on this one here. So Arizona, Toronto. Um, okay, so we got Eduardo Rodriguez has given up 8 bombs. Eric Lauer, 3 bombs. Don't know how they're gonna do this Eric Lauer situation. It's been openers and all that stuff. So you have to keep an eye out on this situation. Let me see. Eric Lauer, game log. Uh, he will start Wednesday's contest versus the Diamondbacks. Okay, he'll start, huh? Are they gonna have an opener? Probably not. We'll see. I think we'd have probably known by now. Who knows? 23% K rate, 32% ground ball rate there. Um, he's been serviceable. Now you know what? Because he don't pitch that many innings. So 4 innings here. Don't pitch that many innings. 2 innings there. 4-3-2. So we'll see what we get from him today, right? We'll see what we get from him today. A little bit more scared of this team versus righties, though. The Diamondbacks, a little bit more scared of Diamondbacks versus righties. So it is what it is with that situation. But we'll get in a pitch mix up there and see what we got. Uh, so we'll get Arizona up there. Arizona versus lefties. Last 30 days, Arizona 20% K rate, 95 WRC plus. Last 14 days, don't know how many lefties they've seen, but Arizona 11th K percentage, 47 WRC plus, and 98 plate appearances. Who did they see? Damn. But they clearly more dangerous versus righties than they are versus lefties. So, keep that in mind. Lauer is throwing to we'll look at the lefties here. Lauer is throwing um fastball 48% of the time, followed by the slider and the curveball. We'll take a look at that fastball real quick for the left on left. Nope, wait a minute. Left on left matchup. Lauer is a lefty. So Corbin Carroll 33% K rate. Now keep in mind, Lara does have a 23% K rate. So of course, I know you could probably stomach the case for somebody like him. So you know it is what it is. Josh Naylor only batting 150 versus that pitch. But Corbin Carroll seven hits, two bombs, three extra base hits, 33% K rate. Eric Lauer, his full pitch mix. These guys, they just the lefties don't look as good, right? Corbin Carroll 10 for 50, three bombs. All these guys' averages are pretty much down on the lefties. Uh, you can bring it in the last 2 weeks, see what's been going on the last 2 weeks, and it just they haven't seen a lot. And the ones that they have seen, they have did zero. 0 for 6 for Naylor, 0 for 5, and 0 for 2. Right, so it is what it is with that situation. So we definitely got to take a look at the righties. I'll probably like Tel Marte more than I like pretty much anything here, but uh, take a look at the right hand hitters. Uh, Lauer, um, he's throwing the fastball, the curveball, slider. He's doing a bunch of shit. So I'll just leave all this shit up there and just see what we can come up with. Marte, 10 for 30. They look a little bit more human when you looking at them versus lefties. If this was a righty, all that shit would be green as hell. On the road here, look at the righties on the road here. Perdomo on the road versus lefties. He's got a bomb. He's batting 560 on the season. So that's something. In general, Perdomo's batting 382 versus lefties. So that's something. Marino 300. Okay. Bring it on in. Perdomo still batting 300. In general, uh, K percentage is down. Lourdes Gurriel, as of late, 5 for 18. Ks are down. You like to see that. Cattell Marte, 4 for 15, one bomb. Ks are down. You'll like to see that. On the road, Perdomo still popping. How about the last 2 weeks? Perdomo. Okay. All right. So small sample sizes for some of these guys, stuff like that. Um, what's the line here? Because before I even look at these Diamondbacks, I'm gonna have interest. It's a pick 'em right now. I'm probably gonna have interest in Toronto. Right, could be one of those Toronto spots at home. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. Catch them versus a lefty. They're not get as good as versus lefties as they are versus righties. We'll see what's gonna happen. Right, we'll see what's gonna happen. So Eduardo. 23% K rate, ERA sixes. So, I definitely want to keep my eye on Roger Rodriguez because this team don't strike out much. You get a team that don't strike out much, they can be pesky, right? You get glad he hit a bomb yesterday. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? So some shit could probably be being ready to pop off. I don't know. It's giving up multiple runs in every game. Um, yeah. So hmm. The hits for him, he's given up 5 hits in every game except for one, and that was the first game. So I immediately want to look at his hits allowed, right? Uh, hits allowed for Rodriguez. 5.5. I couldn't talk you off of it. He's given up 5 hits or better in every game except for one, right? Every game except for one. Let's go to Jackson real quick. Let's see how he feels about this. I think it goes over. If me, I'm taking the over or nothing versus a team that don't strike out much, but we'll see. MLB here. Remember, you'll get this here for you can get this tool here for Eduardo Rodriguez. We'll take a look and see what they like for him. So pitcher strikeouts, they like him to go over. I probably won't be going there. Pitching outs, they like his outs to go under. His hits allowed at 5.5. They like his hits allowed to go over. So I like the over too. Walks allowed at 1.5. Uh, they like for his outs at a minus 115. That's I mean walks. That's a decent little lick right there. Because looking at his walks, I glanced at his walks. Um, it's giving up. Let me see. Um, let me see. Okay, so one, two, three of his last 5 games. So man, he can still do it though. So if I wanted to go over here and get an explanation, earn runs at 2.5. Okay, so I'll get an explanation. So see what he says about the outs here. I'll just click this right here and see what he said. What Jackson says. This is AI. So Rodriguez has allowed over 5.5 hits in 7 of his last 10 games, indicating a recent trend of allowing a high number of hits, which supports Jackson's over pick. So pretty much what we've seen. So shout out to him. And these are ways that you can, type in a picture and just or batter and see what they like, and it kind of help you cut out some of your research, right? Use my promo code Dee Bets, all caps 25 for 25% off of your purchase, right? And you could also use some of the free features as well. But going back to where we were, right? So I do think that what I'm saying, I do think he could go over his hits. Or is that a market I would like to attack? We'll see. Judging off this pitch mix. So we'll look at Toronto, go up to the last, 12, 13 weeks. We will take this down. We'll look at righties. He's given up 8 home runs to righties. Flick a roll on the way switch and see how he's been doing. No, not the day and night. On the road. Okay. 3 of those bombs came on the road. Barrel was down. Okay. K percentage is 26% K percentage on the road to righties, 23%. Okay, we'll see how that pans out, right? So let's see what he's throwing. He's throwing fastball 44% of the time, 2 bombs on that, 3 bombs on the changeup, 2 bombs on the cutter, 44% of the time. I don't know, man. We'll take a look at that fastball real quick. He's throwing a cutter. I think Vladdy doesn't. Vladdy likes the sinker. I know that for sure. Don't know how these guys feel about this fastball though. So we'll take a look at the righties and the fastball. This is a lefty pitcher though, and remember, small sample size for Toronto, but Toronto likes lefties, but it's small sample size. So I'm gonna pump the brakes right there, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna put up Eduardo and see who's done what versus him in his career. Vladdy is 5 for 15, 1K, 3 walks. Menez, Boba 4Ks. He's 3 for 10, a bomb. Springer is 3 for 9. Okay, okay. So small sample size here, right? Well, this is just the fastball. Yeah, this is just the fastball. So it's a lot of these guys like this fastball coming from lefties. Okay, not gonna space it out. This is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna go. This is what it is. So I'm gonna add in the rest of the pitches, right? And then we can space it out then. So Clement, he's batting 417 versus his pitch mix. This K rates, right? Uh, Kirk, 11% K rate. Springer, 20%. Straw, 16%. 7% Clement. Vladdy, 12%. And everything is green, right? So that off the back, I really like that. I really like that, right? Go out there and be a pest. Tyler Heeman, 8 for 13, batting 600. So go out there and be a pest, right? I like that. Now let's bring it in to the last month, right? Smaller sample size Clement, 16%. I mean, 8 for 16, no striking out. Fly ball 50. He's got 3 bombs in the last month off this pitch mix. Ernie Clement, somebody you can look at. Bo Bichette, 18% K rate. Vladdy's, 12%, 1 bomb, whatever the case may be. At home, At home, some of these guys look a little better. So it's a lot of green there. It's a lot of green there. They looking like Arizona would look versus righties right now. So uh last week, I can look at the last week. Ernie Clement 3 for 6 the last week. Two of those three were bombs. Okay. So Ernie Clement, somebody we definitely looking at. So what is the team total here? Just judging off the righties. I haven't looked at the lefties yet. I want to see what the team total is looking like. It's got to be 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 minus 115. It's a pick 'em all the way across the board, right? So, not Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen, not my favorite bullpen. So, would I take the under on the team total for Toronto Blue Jays? I probably wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. It probably would be the over or nothing. And then it would probably be Toronto or nothing. Arizona bullpen is not good. Now, going back over here to look at the lefties, I don't feel comfortable about losing my money, but if I feel like I look at this a game, analyze a game, and feel like okay, I like this game, then I'm probably I could probably bet on it, right? So at home, this is versus pitch, the righties versus pitch at home. Vladdy's batting 429. Tyler Hemans 4.571 in his small plate appearances, whatever. Clement 438, Bobachet 389, right? I think that's enough for me to be like, man, 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 man. But let's flip over to the lefties though. Left-hand hitters where Eduardo Rodriguez is giving up a 300 batting average. Um, I can flick it on the road. So, a lot of his numbers are looking, don't those home runs that he gave up versus lefties, they came on the road. The K percentage is pretty much up a little bit, but we'll see how that fares out, right? So we will take a look at it's gonna be interesting right here. So he's throwing that fastball to lefties 41% of the time. He gave up those two bombs on that fastball. So I'll put that fastball up there, right? For the lefties, Toronto. And I mean, Addison Barger, I mean, not a big sample size here, right? Addison Barger is 3 for 6. That just shows you how less you see lefties, right? So I'll put the rest of his pitches up there. And it's the lefties hadn't looked right, hadn't looked too good. And then, like I said, it's got a higher K rate versus lefties. Those are the ones I expect him to get strikeout versus. But if one of these guys can get lucky, they could probably hit him. Like Addison Barger probably can get him. And then we'll see how many lefties going to be in the lineup too. We'll see. So we'll see. But I do like the righties there. If I'm playing fantasy, I don't mind the righties. Bounce back day for throwbacks. He says. If I'm taking a side here, maybe it'll be Toronto or nothing for me, or maybe Toronto team total over, or something of that nature. But judging from what I see, um, I don't know, man. Maybe Toronto or nothing for me. I don't know. I'll see. Probably won't bet it either. But as far as the bats here, I like the righties. I like the righties, man. The usual suspects. Let's see what the what the projected lineup's gonna look like. Bobachet couldn't talk you off anything from him. I'm not too much looking for bombs here. But Springer, his barrel rate has been, up and down, mostly up this season. So Springer, Kirk, Vladdy. So they projected. So Heeman is that I'm gonna like Heineman for sure. His average was like 600 over the course of the season, but small sample size because he only played X amount of games. Um, so if this lineup comes out like this, they will only be rolling out like two lefties, right? And then and the rest of these guys would be righties. I would like Toronto. I would have interest in Toronto in this one. Minnesota and Cincy. The weather report. Orange, yellow. Minnesota, Cincinnati. Storm line itself clears through around 6 to 7 p.m. But a lingering band of lighter rain behind the storm sticks around until 9 or later. That puts it at a late start likely, postpone possible. Interesting, right? So I guess I really like this game. I really wish there was no weather implications in this game. I like this ballpark for runs. It's just been phenomenal. I mean, this is a phenomenal place for me to make some bets. Ah, then you got Minnesota in this motherfucker too, man. So it is what it is, right? So taking a look at Bailey Ober right now. I've gotten to Bailey Ober right with Toronto. That's the last time I bet against him, but he came right back after that and blew it again, right? So Bailey Ober, I don't know what's up with him, but I did get him. I did bet Toronto versus him, and it is what it is, right? So right here versus Toronto, he gave up 2 bombs there. He did go 7 though. It did come back versus Texas and got his ass beat up. So he's giving up 13 bombs, 7 bombs in his last 3 games. Prior to that, those last 3 games, he had been looking okay in the bomb department. But so what is he doing right now? Is he imploding right now? We don't know, right? But taking a look at his splits, 17% K rate. He's giving up. He's spreading the love equally with the bombs, around equally 7 bombs to lefties, 6 to righties. A 272 batting average to lefties, 273 batting average to righties. So it is what it is. On the road, he's got a 315 batting average to righties, and 1 bomb to righties and 3 bombs to lefties on the road. So he's just about a tad bit more pitching his worst to lefties on the road, righties on the road. Um, hmm. XFIP is higher to lefties. Batting average is lower to lefties. Then you're gonna run across a motherfucker that's hot and Ellie, and then the lefties. They probably finna rack his ass up again. Let me see. Bailey Ober. Shout out to Ellie De La Cruz, making making progress. I think he's making progress this year. A little bit more state. I ain't crying about his strikeouts and shit like that no more. So Elliot Cruz, Encarnacion got a bomb on him. TJ Frito got a bomb on him. Jake Fairley's been struck out 4 times. Tyler Stevenson. All right, let's see what we got. Bailey Ober on the versus in general. 13 bombs, 7 versus lefties. Da 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 da. Walk percentage down. What about K percentage is down versus lefties, and then on the road, it's got 10% K percentage on versus. Yeah, right. Whatever, right. Let's look at these lefties here. Okay, so he's throwing 44% fastball, 41% changeup. So 85% of his pitches going to the changeup and the fastball. Should I single them both out? Let's see if we can get quickly single them out real quick. Cincinnati, fastball, real quick. Lefties. Right hand pitcher. Boom. Ellie, loving it there. Um, 23 for 16. Gavin Lux, 25 for 54. Cruz, 22% barrel rate. Benson might be able to get him today. Who knows? 7 bombs for Ellie. Yes. At home. How about at home? Versus that fastball. Um, Gavin Lux 480 versus that fastball at home. Uh, of those 7 home runs, 2 of them come at home versus for Ellie De La Cruz. His barrel rate is still up there. Okay. Not even going to go through the whole season because at the end of the day, I know they've been pretty good versus fastball all season long. Fuck it. I'll go to the last month here. 11 Cruz last month, 5 bombs for Cruz. Um, last 2 weeks, usual suspects still green. Uh, yeah, okay. So, uh, bring it back out. Let's get that pitch mix in there. The other one was you know what? Let's see. Change up. The other one was the slider, right? Let's look at that slider, single it out. Okay, so Eddie De Cruz got a bomb on the slider. A lot of these guys could strike out on that slider. TJ Frito likes the slider. Whatever, right? I'm gonna just throw the rest of the pitches up there, which I already know I'm betting on Ellie no matter what. And then you got a small, lower K rate, like yeah, right? So 9 bombs for Ellie. Ellie batting 438 versus pitch mix in the last month. K percentage is down. Keep in mind, he's only got a 10% K rate on the road versus lefty. So that's within a nutshell right there. Uh-huh. Freddie's come on within the last 2 weeks. He's 8 for 16. He'll probably be in the lineup. Jake Fraley with a 5% K rate as of late. So yeah, right? Okay. Last 7 days. Okay. All right. Righties. Aubert. 7 bombs to righties, 6 bombs to righties. Isolated power is up. Barrel is up. Okay. The barrel's up and stuff to the righties, huh? Okay. Okay. What is he throwing? Wait a minute. What about on the road versus righties? He's pitched a little bit better on the road versus righties, but the average is still up there, right? 1 home run. That means 5 of those home runs came at home versus righties. But hey, who's counting? He's throwing to righties. He's throwing fastball, slider, changeup, sweeper. I'm gonna throw all those in there. I ain't gonna single not one out. We're gonna look at these righties here, and we're gonna figure it out. Matt McClain, 5 bombs there. Um, Austin Hayes. All right, that's a long time, right? So let's bring it out to the last 6 weeks. See something here. Mm-mm. Last month. Mm. Tyler Stevenson. Strikeouts, boy. Yikes. Mm. Last 2 weeks, they've starting to rise, but Tyler Stevenson will go sit down, so that boy will strike out. Man. Okay. Lately, they've looked better. These righties look better lately. Matt McClain, 4 for 9. Stevenson, 3 for 9. Mm, mm. Okay. Interesting, man. Interesting. And then you got Lodolo, right? Lodolo pitching is worse at home for sure, right? So we'll take a look at Lodolo here. It's giving up a total of 10 bombs uh, to righties. Lodolo, 9 of those bombs come to righties. Uh, and then at home, of those 9 bombs come to righties. At home, 7 of them come at home, right? So we will rewind it back. We'll get Lodolo up here. First of all, I want to come back here and I want to look at some splits real quick for Bailey Ober because I'm trying to see something. Oh my God, would you stop lagging on me? Please stop lagging on me. So he's giving up 2 bombs to that leadoff, 3 to that guy in the 2 hole, 3 to that guy in the 3 hole. So bet 300 batting average on that 3 hole. That's none other than Eddie De La Cruz. He'll be in that 2 hole or he'll be in that 3 hole. So we could definitely take a look at that, especially as of late. The number 5 guy got 2 bombs. He's batting 300 in the number 5, and the number 6 slot batting 300 there. So you might catch Benton or Fraley or somebody in that number 6 spot. So we'll see what's gonna happen. All right. So going back to where I was going was Lodolo. No bombs for these guys. Oh my God, they haven't seen them. So that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. What we will do here is we'll flip out Minnesota, and then we will flip out the pitches for Lodolo versus righties. And Lodolo's throwing he's got 4 home runs on that changeup, 3 on that fastball, 1 on that curveball, 1 on that sinker. I'm gonna just throw them all over there. Not gonna single none out. Let's get it, right? So um Buxton 290 on the season, Castro 324. Uh Carlos Correa versus lefties, always in play. Drop a like for me. Make sure I ain't doing this for nothing. Appreciate you guys. Um, hmm. Last month, Correa, Castro. I like betting on Castro. That's my guy for hits and hits, runs, and RBIs and stuff, depending on where he's at in the lineup. How about on the road last month? On the road last month, Willie Castro's batting 400, 2 bombs, looking pretty good, man. Looking pretty good. Royce Lewis, don't know if he came back. I know he left the game a couple games ago. Don't know if he came back. So that's something we definitely keep an eye out on. Buxton is Buxton, man. You know, he's just Buxton. Last 2 weeks here. Castro, Buxton, Royce Lewis getting warmed up too, man. Let me see who's in the projected lineup. Boy, they got some fragile motherfuckers over here between Buxton, Korea, and Buxton, Korea, and man, that boy Royce Lewis. Them motherfuckers are fragile as hell. Uh, Back to where we were. So, Brooks Lee, Harrison Bader, Buxton, whatever, right? Um, that's the righties. Let's look at the lefties. Now Lodolo's throwing that sinker, curveball, fastball to lefties. And these lefties, they're not big fans. Trevor Larnach, 7 for 35. What about lately, man? Trevor Larnach, lately. These guys will strike out, though, but let me see. How does Lodolo look versus lefties? 14, 18% K rate, walk percentage down, batting averages up. Isolated power is down. What about at home versus lefties? You got a 400 batting average at home versus lefties. Dolo does difference, boy. Home and away, boy. Yeah, them motherfuckers. Yeah, they stay hurt. They stay hurt, boy. Straight up. Um, we do got weather implications here, like I said. Um, Looking at some of the numbers here, what do we got? A 9 over under here. 9. 4.5 team total. Um, Cincinnati Reds 4.5 favored it to the over. Uh, Minnesota 4.5 at minus 105. They like Cincinnati to go over a little bit more. I like Ellie De La Cruz. At the end of the day, I think I mean we got I think I want to see who's going to be in the Minnesota lineup. I think Minnesota. This is going to be interesting. So this is how the game is going. Lodolo pitching his worst to righties, pitching his worst at home, right? So let me show you. Lodolo, I mean, we just went through it, but a way that you could gauge the game, like I said, I could look at some of the splits here. Um, Lodolo got a 5.5 ERA at home. Um, 10 home runs, 9 of them to righties. At home versus righties. He's got 264 batting average. 7 of his bombs come at home versus righties. So he's pitching his worst at home versus righties. He's pitching his worst at home in general. That's Lodolo, right? Um, do you feel like he's going to have one of those good games today? That he's probably no. Then we do have weather implications, so it is what it is. Bailey Ober, on the other hand, 13 bombs, like 7 of them to lefties, 6 of them to righties, right? Um, his XFIP is up versus lefties, XFIP down versus righties. So, it is what it is. If I had to take one bat here, it's going to be Ellie De La Cruz. Jackson likes Ellie De La Cruz. Um, judging the pitch mix, Cincinnati bats look a little bit better. A few of them, you know what I'm saying? But I like, if I had to take one bat here, it would be Ellie De La Cruz hits all the way up to a home run. But like I said, we got to keep your eyes peeled to the weather implications here. As far as the side, I couldn't even tell you, but you still got Buxton. Correa can hit lefties. Um, Larnick got a little power there, and the other lefty, he's got all the power. Whatever that boy name is, Matt Wallner, he's 0 of 13 versus this pitch mix. So I don't know. It's a lot of red going on here. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm not the best here, but I'm here to help. And if that helps, so be it. Next game. It's raining like a mug out there. I can hear it. Um, where we at? 142. We're approaching the 2 hour mark here, right? So we do know we got weather implications in a lot of these games, right? Um, if you guys got, I'm gonna cut it short because I need to do some of me, right? But I will be pumping into the Discord or whatever I'm thinking or liking, and dropping into the Dub Club, whatever I'm thinking and liking. Um, right here, this Mets game, I don't know what to say here, right? But I'm going to skip a few of these games, right? Um, I'm telling you right now, it's probably going to be Houston Astros or nothing for me if I decide to bet this game. And one thing I'll say here, you know what? Mm, we'll probably would just look at this game, and we're going to look at this Dodgers game. That's where I was going, to the Dodgers game. I mean, we got an 8.5 with weather implications here for Cincinnati. I mean, you know what? Let's look at this Baltimore game. Let's look at 2 more games. Let's look at this Baltimore game. What's the weather implications here? That's okay. Okay, we got to look at this game. I don't even know what I'm thinking about. We got to look at this game. So let's look at this Baltimore game, and then probably look at the Baltimore game and the Dodgers. Okay. So we got. Hmm. Let's see. Who's that? Trevor Rogers. Hmm. Rogers has been added to. Orioles Texas squad is expected to be recalled Triple A Norfolk to start Wednesday versus the Rays. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Hmm. 5 strikeouts. So he pitched versus Boston almost a month ago. Pitched good. 29 strikeouts on 32 innings pitched in the minors. Last game he pitched is on the 12th. He went 4 innings. Uh, hmm, 4 bombs. Okay. 14 bombs last year. So he's historically he's been pitching his worst to righties. To righties. Most of his bombs is given to righties. So if we look at his career, he's given up 39 home runs to righties, 3 to lefties. Tiffany says hot and humid here. What's your game? What games? Which games should we be on the lookout for? I just want to know for Jackson purposes. As far as on the lookout for, as far as what weather? What do you mean? Okay, let's see. Yeah, so he gets his bombs up to righties. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's go to Baltimore, Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers. Um, what do they got for a pitch miss for him? Sinker, fastball, changeup, slider. Hmm. Sinker, fastball, changeup, slider. I need to do something real quick here. Let's see. Weather. Okay, I'll get to it. You ain't following. You got to follow. You got to follow. You ain't following Kevin Roth. If y'all ain't following Kevin Roth, y'all need to follow Kevin Roth. Let's see. For those of you who don't know, because you got to have that weather, bro. Right here. My mouse is acting up. Maybe I need a new battery or something. Right here. You gotta follow him. Yeah, he's the weather guy. Yeah. You got to follow him. You got to follow him, and he'll tweet it out. This is what he do. He's for us, right? And then once you tweet it out, the link. Always look for the link. The weather, the rotogrinders.com weather MLB. Always look for that link there. And he gives us, yeah, he gives us, look out for him. Follow him and he'll give us that link. You click on the link, it's gonna take you here. And just, that's your friend, right? So once you follow him, you click on the link, then it's gonna take you here with all the weather implications, right? With all the weather implications. So I'm gonna save my time. Yeah, he on Twitter. Girl, you don't know who he is. You gotta get up on it. Pause. But you gotta follow Buddy, man. So here he is right here. Kevin Roth, right? Kevin Roth, Kevin ROTH. Follow him, and he's for us, right? Busy day today. Detroit, Cincinnati, Chicago White Sox, and Chicago Cubs all likely to see some rain issues. Washington and New York could also see rain, but look less concerning to these eyes. And then whenever you see that link right there, click on that link. It says rotograms.com weather MLB. And then once you get there, the weather, the date will be right there, so you know you're looking at the right weather. 618. Follow Roth on Twitter X at Kevin Roth right there. Boom. Then he gives it to you color coded, and you could also go down and see some of the forecasts right there, and it is what it is. Once you read the paragraphs, it'll tell you when you need to be watching, watching, watching. So that's other added shit you got to do for DFS and stuff like that. Bam. Now for this game, what do we have? Right, green. I think this one right. So, as have been in trend in Tampa, storms are close, but probably okay. I think they hold just far enough inland during game hours to let us play without issue. But I need to keep some chance of a delay here, just in case they pop a hair quicker or closer. So, you're gonna get a lot of that with Baltimore, and I mean with Tampa Bay, the rain and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Now back to where we were. I did want to come over here. I did want to come over here and take a look real quick and see something. Rodgers. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to get up here. Preview the matchup. Let's see. Mm. Yeah, he was giving up bombs to righties. Okay. Well, and and getting hit by lefties. Shit. Mm. All right, let's take a look then. Um, Baltimore? No, not Baltimore. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. What is this? Left-handed hitters. Okay. Sinker, fastball, changeup, whatever. I'll leave that shit in there. That's how I'm gonna gauge to see what they doing. Left on left here. Brandon Lowe likes that fastball. Average is down. Left on left. Josh Lowe, 7 for 18. How about at home? Those two bombs Brandon Lowe did get at home, but it's so spotty right there. Yikes! I already know I'm looking at Caminero. I gotta go and Diaz. Caminero and Yandy Diaz. But okay. Last yeah, but so hey, last month, Josh Lowe been looking okay. Josh Lowe been sneaking bombs here and there too. He's batted 400 last month versus this. Last 2 weeks. Josh Lowe 3 for 8, whatever, right? I think I'm gonna have more interest in the righties here, though. I ain't gonna lie. So let's flip the script. What is he doing versus righties here? This is probably predicated off one game that he pitched back then, so I don't know exactly what to take into consideration, man. But looked like he threw the fastball a little bit more than anything else. We'll look at that fastball straight out. Try to gauge something on that. Um, hmm. Now, Yandy Diaz historically has hit lefties well. So we know that, right? 8% K rate, small sample size. Yandy Diaz, within the last month, does have a bomb, but all this 8 for 2 for 8 and, da 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 da. Let's get in the rest of the pitches. How about that? Now, let's see. Over the course of the season here versus pitch mix, Diaz got 4 bombs, 9% K rate, and Caminero 2 bombs, 14% K rate. I like the park for sure. I like the ballpark. At home, how about at home? Carpello, Caminero, Diaz. 3 of his 4 bombs came at home. So Diaz, which I know he's hit lefties well. So last month, small sample size because it's lefty. You don't see many lefties, but last month, Diaz 300, Caminero 4 for 11, 300, 368 to be exact. Morel can display power, right? He just keep an eye out if he's in the lineup. If he's in the lineup, he's going to be a home run candidate. He can display power, but he got an itty bitty teensy weensy little hot a few days ago, maybe a week or so ago. But he got a little power though, straight up. He got a little power. Junior Caminero, 18% barrel rate last month. Yandy Diaz fly ball is up. Um, Caminero, okay. Morel fly ball is up and barrel is up. So I want to make sure. I want to see if he's going to be in the lineup, right? Last 2 weeks. Excuse me, I got the hiccups, all types of shit. I'll go last 7 days. No, I'll go last 2 weeks. I want to see where. So it must have been the last 2 weeks where Morel. I think Morel's got a bomb or so. Yeah, he's got a bomb in the last 2 weeks. Okay. So Yandy Diaz, Junior Caminero. If I had to take one, truth be told, it would probably be Yandy Diaz because savvy veteran, we know he's always hit lefties. He's always hit lefties. What about the Taj Bradley? So he's giving up 5 bombs to righties. He's giving up 5 bombs to lefties. Taj Bradley. Wait a minute. Who was it? Trevor Rogers. Let me see Trevor. We're approaching the 2 hour mark. Trevor Rogers. They don't have his BVP out. Okay. Let's go to Taj Bradley. Gunnar Henderson a bomb. Gunnar Henderson's streaking right now. He's on a hit streak. Randall Hearn a bomb. He's batting 444. Four bombs. 4 for 9 with a bomb. 1 bomb. Not 4 bombs. I'm sorry. Westberg and Urias has a bomb. Okay. In this ballpark, let's see what it do. See what that do. See what that do. Okay. Gunnar Henderson struck out 6 times versus his ass. All right. He got a 50% ground ball rate. You like to see that. Back to back games with 4 innings. Miami got busy on him. Uh, that was interesting there. Uh, and he went. The Mets might have ran it up on him. He only went four versus the Mets. Um, who they facing? Baltimore. He hadn't faced Baltimore this season yet. One, two, three, 4 games, more than three earned runs. The walks could be there. I mean, 1.5 walks. It's averaging at least 2 walks, probably a little bit over 2 walks. But 2 walks, he's averaging about two. All right, well, let's see. Got a 20% K rate all the way through the flick there. Hmm. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I have no words for that. What I just seen. I have no words. So what we will do here is look at. We'll look at these lefties. He's throwing that fastball 46% of the time, and he's got 7 extra base hits and 3 home runs on that fastball. We'll look at that first. I'm guessing Ryan O'Hearn is the guy we're going to be looking at for sure. Let's see. Oh, Baltimore. Ryan O'Hearn looks good. Over the course of the season, 8 extra base hits, 6 bombs, almost a 10% barrel rate, 7% K rate. That's over the course of the season. Gunnar Henderson is on a hit streak, batting 356. I like it. On the road, in this ballpark too, I'm gonna definitely like it. Gunnar Ryan O'Hearn on the road and Gunnar Henderson on the road, both of them still batting, killing it. So I'm liking those two guys. Have interest there. Yeah. Ryan O'Hearn and Gunnar Henderson, 8 for 21 in the last month. Both of them 4% K rate, or 12% K rate for Gunnar. Well, green, man. They're in the green, man. Shit. Last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks. So the last 2 weeks, O'Hearn has been slacking a little bit versus Pittsburgh, but he still ain't striking out. Gunnar Henderson, 4 for 11. Adley, barrel was up. He's got a bomb. What about the last 7 days? How much of that came in the last 7 days? Okay. Adley's got a bomb in the last week. All right. What kind of lines we got? We have a 9 total. Team totals looking at 4.5, minus 115 all the way across the board. What's the regular line here? Pick 'em. Minus 110. All right, well, let's look at the righties then. Let's see something. Home runs, hits. What? Oh, 1.5. Okay. Hits, runs, and RBIs. 2.5. Wait a minute. Nine. Runs, doubles, both singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gunnar Henderson on the 10-game hit streak. Let's look at the righties. Right hand hitters. Tosh Bradley. He's still throwing that fastball, right? D motherfucker finna hit that fastball today. One of these righties finna hit that fastball. I'm finna tell you that right now. Loriano probably finna crack that motherfucker. We gonna see who's gonna be in the lineup though. We gonna see. Matter of fact, let me put that fastball up there. Loriano likes that fastball. He will strike out. His fly ball is up at 55%. The K percentage is up at 45%. But like I said, he's got 4 extra base hits, 2 home runs, 15 barrel. If he catch it, he might let it ride. Gary Sanchez is another one here. He does have a bomb off of it. So we'll see who's going to be in the lineup because they got options now. They got options, right? Um, they got options. So we got to see who's going to be in the lineup here. Boy, these guys can strike out. Some of these guys can strike out. Westberg, Rivera. That's just that fastball. Get the rest of the pitches in there. How many pitches is he doing? 4. Damn. He got 20% K rate all the way through. Lefties, righties, home, away, all of it. Gary Sanchez just came back. He's came back and hitting. He came back hitting. So we definitely want to see if he's going to be in the lineup. Loriano's still batting 7. He's striking out tough though. Westberg striking out tough. Mountcastle striking out. That's over the course of the season. What about on the road? Okay, on the road. Interesting. Mm, these righties, you just gotta gauge them, look at them. You gotta examine them a little bit more too, man. But you gotta see who's gonna be in these lineups. Last 2 weeks, Westberg 4 for 6 with 2 bombs. Right. All these guys striking out the last 2 weeks. Small sample size, but still. Westberg warm. Will strike out, but warm. 3 for 5 last 7 days. Westberg, huh? Let me see something. Let's go back to 2024. Westberg. So 2024, Westberg batted 333 versus this pitch mix, 19 extra base hits, 9 bombs. Ramon Laureano batted 295. Um, okay. Mountcastle 296. Hmm. Westberg. What's the projected lineup? Westberg, Gunner, O'Hearn, Laureano. From a whole team's perspective, it looks like Baltimore was going to hit Taj. Taj's going to have to fight these motherfuckers off. I like more bats from Baltimore than I like from Tampa Bay. So that's as far as I can go with my research. I can't say who's gonna win the game because I'm terrible at picking sides. But what I like, I can tell you what I like. I like more Baltimore bats than I like Tampa Bay bats, right? I like more Tampa Bay, more Baltimore bats than I like Tampa Bay bats. I'm gonna leave it at that, right? Uh, Henderson, Westberg, O'Hearn, Laureano. I'll be looking for those guys. See if they're in the lineup. Uh, it just is what it is. Yandy, Caminero, Morel. He's got a little power, man, but he be ass sometimes, man. At times, Josh Lowe. We'll see. The ballpark produces runs. Hmm. This game should go. If you like a team total over, that's another thing you could take a look at. Team total over, right? Well, if you think they're gonna hit, you could come over here to somewhere like DraftKings, and you can snipe them, right? You could probably snipe them on a first five team total or something like that, right? Um, so let's see. If you get a 1.5, you ain't getting no 1.5. Though. They ain't gonna give you no 1.5. They probably give you a juiced up 1.5. Let's see. Mm, let's see. Baltimore first five -120. So first five, they got them favorited for the first five. They got Baltimore favorited for the first five. Team total first five, yeah, 2.5, 2.5, right? Baltimore 2.5. Oh yeah, well, um, first five, 2.5s here for the Cincinnati game. Favorited, Cincinnati favorited. Arizona, this one I want to see right here. 2.5, -140 for the Blue Jays. Okay. -140 for the Blue Jays, first five, team total 2.5. So the line must be moving then. So in a minute, Blue Jays gonna be favored. They're gonna be favored in a minute. All right. Uh let's go to Severino's just been bad at home, man. Straight up. I expect Houston Astros to get down on them. Houston Astros, we got an over under of 9 here, and then the Houston Astros team total is 5.5, man. Team total is 5.5 with an over under of 9. Okay. So that just shows you something right now. Severino, I ain't even gonna look at that game, but Severino, okay on at home, on the road, but at home, not okay, right? And the weather is beautiful. So right now he's got a 7 ERA at home, point 0.9 on the road. That just gives you everything you need to know, right? Um, so it is what it is. At home, 3 home runs to lefties, 3 home runs to righties. He's just been getting cracked. So um, I don't bet on these bats, but you can. I'll just look at the the Houston side of things, and then we're gonna cap it off with this Dodgers game, and we get out of here. I should have looked at these games beforehand. I could have got out of here a little bit quicker, but shout out to the people who still here. Uh, Athletics in Houston here. Framber Valdez has been pitching pretty good. 5 bombs versus righties. 1 bomb versus lefties. Versus lefties, he's got a 30% K rate. Versus righties, he's got a 26% K rate. On the road, Framber Valdez versus righties, he's got a 27% K rate. Herman Per 9 is down. On the road versus lefties, he's got a 25% K rate. That's probably his worst split, but whatever. At home, so Severino, like I said, 6 bombs at home. All 6 of those bombs come at home versus righties. 3 of those bombs come to righties. 3 of those bombs come to lefties. We'll look at the lefties first. No, we'll look at the righties because that's all they run out. Houston, that's all they run out is lefties. Houston here. Severino. I mean, Houston, all they run out is righties. I'm sorry. Severino. What happened here? Severino. What did I just do? What just happened? This looks weird. Pitches. His pitch mix supposed to automatically jump in there. Hmm. Am I gonna have to manually put it in there? Hmm. Severino versus right hand hitters. Um, Sinker, fastball, sweeper, cutter. Okay. Oh, that's because I got it on 2025. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Let's say I got it on 2025. That's right. I mean, I had it on 2024. All right, so we good. All right, so lately though, I ain't even worried about. Well, I will. I will. Let me see. I don't know if what's the projected lineup? Paredes, was he in the lineup? Has he been in the lineup? Was he in the lineup? There go Paredes right there. Ana Diaz, Altuve. Boy, they need. I ain't gonna say they need, but when he comes back, oh, Alvarez, oh my God. Mm. Jordan, when he comes back, yeah, I'm back. I had to fix my golf lineup for tomorrow. I had to take down on DraftKings. Like, damn. I know somebody else who like golf. I could never get into golf, but we'll figure it out. Shout out to you. You back just in time for your boys. So um, right. So Paredes got 11 bombs here, man. Let me see something. Severino. Altuve, 9Ks. He's batting 275. Seen him a ton. 11 for 14 with a bomb. Two bombs for Yana Diaz. Batting 400. Um, they got some nice history. I mean, a couple guys got some history versus him. So, not that I'm hanging my hat on that, but you get the deal. You get the drift. Uh, Pena, Paredes. Mm, lately, where they've been on fire the last month, I want to say, and just about everybody, man. I mean, Dubon's batting 237. I mean, everybody else is at or around a three, and well, they're better at home. They're better at home, right? Uh, they're better at home. But on the road, but in this ballpark, remember, here's the weather. Here's the weather. Houston at Athletics, summertime heat is really taking a hold in Sacramento. High temps today will hit 100 degrees, and the game time temperatures will start in the mid 90s, bump to bats. DFS, they're gonna be they're gonna be they're gonna be highly owned. They're gonna be highly owned. All right. So on the road. Not taking too much into consideration with this on the road shit because this ballpark produces runs. It's gonna be one today. Jake Myers, 8 for 19 on the road over the course of last month with 13% K rate. Keep an eye out on him. Yana Diaz, my boy, he's always been my guy since last year and I think the year before. I seen it coming. Pause. But yeah, last 2 weeks here, Pena, Diaz, Paredes, Myers, Pena, Christian Walker, strikeout. Altuve, cooled off. Last 7 days. Yana Diaz, last 7 days, balling. 538. Axel Paredes, 4 for 8. He should be back. I know he was back. Strikeouts could be there for him, but Severino probably not striking nobody out. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't know. I like Yainer Diaz, man. I mean, I can talk you off a lot of stuff. Yeah, I might throw them into a DFS lineup or something. But they roll out a ton of righties. Hit parlays, that's where I'm at with all that, right? Hit parlays, I couldn't tell you who's going to go yard, but hit parlays, I couldn't talk you off of that. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Remember, Houston got a 5.5 team total. My type of game that I like to track. I like to target teams where I think traffic's going to be on the bases, betting hits, runs, and RBIs. Right now, we'll take a look at Framber. I just want to take a look. Let me see some. I don't plan on betting on any A's bats today, but with the weather, I had to look at Rooker because I know what Rooker does. Don't mind singling him out. He can hit. He can hit lefties. So I just want to take a quick look at what he's doing versus righties. So let's go to athletics. Let's go to Framber. To righties, he's giving up 5 bombs, 26% K rate. Uh, I want to check on that sinker, right? Pitch Arsenal. And there it is. So he's giving up 2 bombs on that sinker. He's throwing that sinker 39% of the time. And if I don't know anything, I know that boy, he really likes that sinker. Uh, Brent Rooker, right? He likes it. Uh, we can key in on that sinker if you want. Um, Bump to bats. You know what I'm saying? You never know what can happen, right? So I'll take a look at that sinker. Um, Jacob Wilson, 5 for 12 with a bomb. Rooker, 3 for 12 with a bomb. Shea Langoliers, small sample size because it's a lefty, right? I think he likes singers versus righties better, but I'll go last year. He had two. He was only 4 for 11, but he had 2 bombs on that sinker last year, and 8% K rate. So I'm just saying, right? Small sample size. That was 2024, right? Back to 2025. Throw the full thing up there, and so like I say, these righties they hit lefties, but it's a small sample size, right? They hit lefties, but they haven't seen a lot of lefties, right? So it's kind of hard to gauge how good they've hit these lefties, right? But as you can see, the averages from these pitch mixes that they've seen, this is the full pitch mix. Rooker 360 and 25 at bats. Jacob Wilson 24, he can hit anyone. Shea Langoliers 9 for 21. His average is, and the jar 7 for 11. No, la 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 la. But Muncy got a bomb. Um, I can go back to the last year with the full pitch mix and take a look versus lefties. It was right. So I get a picture lean towards them guys for sure. Framber has been lights out, but If I'm looking at one swing in the bat, somebody to take him yard, it would probably be Rooker, right? But like I said, these guys have hit lefties, but they just haven't seen a lot. They haven't seen a lot. And sometimes you want to look at that. If you're looking for the over and stuff like that, of course, a ballpark like this can generate runs where some like Houston can go over for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at the numbers here, we have Houston team total at 5.5. That's one. We have over under of 9. Right. Just trying to see if the A's can give you a few runs where you can get to the over. Stuff like that, right? And then the run line, you can get these boys Houston at 1.5 at plus 100 right now. So that's that. Man. Oh shit. I'm probably gonna be looking to the over in this Dodgers game here. So um Sheehan, right? So he's activated. Him and Sheehan. Um, 2023. Yeah, gave up 11 bombs in that time span. So what has he been doing? 4 games, 21 strikeouts, 11 innings pitched. Hadn't went more than 3 innings. Last outing, 2 bombs. Don't know how long he's gonna go. So he'll be opening. And then Justin Robleski will be coming in. Don't know how long She-Man's gonna go. So Robleski would be the primary. Taking a look at Robleski. Four bombs, 4 games. Mm, Kolick. This game going over, man. I'm taking the over here. Kolick does got a 54% ground ball rate. You like to see that. 5 bombs. He's given up home runs in 2 games. So one game he gave up 2 versus Arizona. The other game he gave up 3 versus Seattle. Other than that, he's been pitching okay. Interesting. I ain't gonna say but he's been pitching right? Hmm. I don't know what to think. I'm gonna pause on that over. He's giving up 5 bombs to lefties. So that's kind of alarming. Uh, they'll be on the road. Uh, hmm, 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 hmm. This K percentage and shit looking like. Road versus lefties, 24. Otani Wood go sit down somewhere sometimes. Road versus righties. Road versus lefties. Lefties. Let's go. I don't know. What do we got? 9.5 over under. Hmm. Team props. 5.5 for the Dodgers. 3.5. Hmm. Look, it's probably gonna be a Freddie day for me. I'm probably gonna be one bet on Freddie here. Mm, Probably gonna want to bet on Freddie here. Fastball's got 40 base hits and 3 home runs on that to lefties. I ain't even gonna trip. I'm just leave all that shit up there. Muncie and Freddie type shit today. Uh, Kolick, left hand hitters. Kolick, Freddie, Otani, Muncie. They popped right to the top. Oh, and High Sun Kim. Yep. Last month, Muncie, 48 fly ball, 5 bombs, 6 extra base hits, 15% K rate. Otani's K rate is down on this one, so he been striking out. I think the other night that motherfucker struck out 3 times in a row, or 3 times or some shit. Like, damn. Last 2 weeks, Otani. So this looks like a spot where Otani not striking out much at. What about at home? Otani, 7 days. Otani, Muncie 4 for 10 last 7 days. Hmm. Freddie Freeman 3 for 13. That's 2 weeks. Freddie. Hmm. Still can't count Freddie out, but hmm. That fly ball for Max Muncy is very interesting at 48. Last month, 5 bombs. Pitching his worst versus lefties. He's given up 5 bombs versus lefties there. Walk percentage is up. K percentage is meh. Barrel percentage is down. It's 2 games. He gave up home runs in 2 separate games, right? 2 separate games. That was it. He gave up home runs in 2 separate games. So however you want to gauge that, right? He gave up 2 home runs versus Arizona and 3 home runs versus Seattle. Probably gave up a home run to, I don't know. I can't even tell you. I don't know. So that's. I mean, let me see. Let me flash these righties up there. Maybe Will Smith ish. Hey, no. Tell her that's all right. Tell her that's all right. Sinker, slider, fastball. So he's throwing that sinker 46% of the time. Paja's got 3 bombs on that. Mookie Mets don't strike out that much versus it. That's 3 weeks on that sinker. Paja's is 7 for 15, so he likes the sinker. Mookie Betts 3 for 8. Will Smith 3 for 10. Pajas likes that sinker. He's got 3 extra base hits, 2 bombs on it within the last 3 weeks. Last 2 weeks, 3 for 10. Mookie Betts last 3 weeks. Okay, Mookie Betts fly ball is up on that sinker. Okay, let's get them pitches back up there. The rest of them, Paul has 9 bombs on this pitch mix. Hmm. What about at home? 7 of those 9 bombs came at home with a 10% K rate. Okay. Last month, 5 of them 9 came in the last month. 5% K rate, 333. So he's sustaining this batting average and everything. He's sustaining it all the way through. So I'm gonna like Paez. Have no choice. Last 2 weeks, Will Smith 9 for 23. He's been popping. Okay, that's the 2 weeks. Last 7 days, Paez 6 for 15, 7 for 15 for Will Smith, and 4 for 14 for okay. So I'm liking. I mean, okay, and then you mix that in with the lefties, Muncie. I mean, it's easier said than done, and we can only go for what we got in front of us. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't just go off of just straight bombs, but I look at all try to look at different facets of the games, and this is like a game that traffic could be on the basis, hits, runs, and RBIs, a lot of shit where you just don't know where it's coming from, type of shit. So you're looking at the team totals and stuff like that. You get a Dodgers team total sitting at 5.5. It kind of looks that way from looking at some of the pitch mixes as of late. So my favorite lefty here, if I rank the lefties, it would be Otani, Muncie, Freeman. And then the righties, Pajes. As of late, the righties, Pajes, Will Smith, man, they look pretty good. So the projected lineup, what would the projected lineup look like? Will Smith, hmm, Mookie, Will Smith, Pajes, Muncie, Freeman, Otani. Okay. And shit. I can't even look at the bats for San Diego, but San Diego come out there and put their fight up. Machado's been, swinging a pretty decent bat as of late. So I'm definitely going to like Machado at least for a hit. But when they doing these primaries and stuff, it's going to be hard for me to gauge looking at these pitch mixes, man. It's going to be hard for me to gauge. But I'll tell you, I want to say historically, Machado has hit good versus lefties. So we'll go to Machado real quick. We know Robeski will be a primary, so he'll be coming in like the second inning, or the second inning. I don't know how many he's gonna pitch then, but when you look at the splits for Machado, um, he's been 293 versus lefties, uh, uh, 325 versus righties. On the road versus lefties 300. On the road versus righties 300. 346. So no matter who's gonna be in there, I'm gonna like I'm gonna like I'm gonna like Machado. No aces, old team. I like Machado either way it go. Okay. For what I don't know, but I like Machado either way it go. With the team total they got is at 3.5. At 3.5, that might be the play though. Just trying to figure out you know if you want to take the over 3.5 for somebody like for the for San Diego, and there's juiced up at -135. Or you just could, if you think both of them gonna score, you could settle for the over at 9.5 and just try to let it swag out like that. If you're betting sides and totals and shit like that. Me personally, I think I'm looking at the 9.5 over, right? Uh, I'm looking at the 9.5 over. For fantasy and DFS and stuff like that, I couldn't talk to y'all bats on either side. Either side. I'm looking at the over. I'm gonna bet this game right here. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be over or nothing for me. It's favored to the under, but I still, for some reason, I think San Diego put up some points here, right? I do. All right, man, long live, man, long live. Long live, long live. We got weather implications, man. I skipped a few games. Tomorrow I should be more sharper than this. Today I took a few days off, I think, but yeah, I should be more sharper than this, and then we'll see what's gonna happen. Bats and stuff like that. I like them all, man. I mean, I like the Paez is interesting. Behind Muncy, you know what I'm saying? His numbers, his hits, runs, and RBI is probably going to look decent there. Um, Otani, you could look at him for a bomb. Um, Muncy, I'm gonna like Muncy. I'm gonna like this team, man. I'm gonna like this team. Machado, I'm gonna have interest in Machado. HRRs, hits, runs, and RBIs behind Reyes and Tatis, so I'm definitely gonna like that. I expect traffic on the basis for Houston, so it is what it is. I want to see what the lineup is gonna look like. That fourth spot, I'm definitely gonna like it for hits, runs, and RBIs. Um, the next game I looked at was Tampa Bay here. Um, Want to see what the lineup's going to look like here. Gunnar Henderson, 10-game hitting streak. I like O'Hearn. I mean, as of late, O'Hearn's been kind of meh, but I couldn't talk you off O'Hearn. Westberg looks good. And see who if Laureano's in the lineup, he can go yard. Henderson has been on the hit streak. Um, then look at the Mets game. Keep an eye on the weather for the Minnesota game. Other than that, if I had to take one bat here, would be Ellie De La Cruz and Correa. It's historically been good versus lefties, and then this ballpark gives you a bump, right? So traffic to be on the bases. I expect traffic to be on the bases. Lodolo, nine bombs to righties. It's just not looking good for Lodolo at home. Uh, I'm really leaning towards Toronto. First five full game, I'm leaning towards Toronto or make team total over. I like Toronto bats here more than I like Arizona bats. They look better to me. Um, Arizona will be running out a ton of righties here. Just watching the game, I don't know. Shit. Josh Bell looks good, and he's got two bombs versus Marquez. Wood, Abrams, Bell, Lowe, they supposed to show up. Jackson likes Ryan McMahon for a bomb. I don't know what the hell's gotten to Colorado and what they've been drinking, what type of juice they've been drinking. Weather implications here, though. Scooble, it'll be Detroit or nothing for me. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Um, this game here, I'll be looking at this game. I was for Gary Crochet strikeouts. I'm staying away from the bats in both in this game here, Boston, and then Missouri pitching his worst to lefties here. So bump to Kepler, bump to Schwarber, and Trey Turner's been good, right? So I'm looking at the lefties here, particularly Kepler and Schwarber. Jackson, once again, I'll give you guys what Jackson likes, and I'm gone. Jackson likes uh, Ellie De La Cruz for a bomb. Max Muncy for a bomb. Junior Caminero for a bomb. Ryan McMahon. Uh, I like Yandy Diaz to do something. I ain't gonna say a bomb. Ryan McMahon, bomb. Salvador Perez didn't look at that game. They like him for a bomb. Um, it says summary. These five players offer a mix of recent form, favorable matchups, and strong betting value. Ellie De La Cruz and Mac Muncy stand out as the top plays due to their elite power metrics and advantageous pitching matchups. Hmm, interesting. They said, yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? But hey, I asked them, I told them, give me their top bets. They doubled down on Ellie De La Cruz. Boom, for a bomb. They doubled down for Max Muncy for a bomb. Then they said Polanco for a hit. I don't want it, right? Minus 175, parlay piece. Um, they threw a curveball in there and said, hey, they like Marlins money line. That's crazy. I can't go. Never know though. Jacob Mizorowski over 4.5 strikeouts versus my Cubs. Like I said earlier, he does have that shit, right? Summary. These bets combine sharp insights, recent player trends, and favorable matchups. Eddie De La Cruz and Maxi stunned out as top home run plays, while Jorge Polanco and Jacob Mizorowski offer strong value in their prospective props. The Marlins money line is a solid team bet based on sharp action and injury context. Mm. Oh, but you know what though? That was a for Polanco, that was a hitch run or RBI. So that is value, but I'm not going, right? I already said I'm not gonna fuck with that game. Big man could. I'm not playing them, so it's definitely a possibility. Right. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm out of here, man. Peace out, man. I will have the streams lower though, so and my content schedule is gonna be weird, 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 weird coming forward, going forward.